Greetings. Archangel Lucifer message. You were surprised that I called you like this. Do not be surprised, for all of us are God's children. In this world, actually, everything is very conditional, and what you call the evil is, as a matter of fact, the other side of the coin, named the good. For if there were no evil, how would you understand what the good is? There is duality everywhere in the third dimension world, and it is duality that makes it so diverse and exciting. Imagine life with only kind people in all respects around you. Well, you would be bored to death. It is the evil forces who make your life diversified, filling it with passion and vigorous emotions, insidiousness, hypocrisy, intrigues. We enrich your life with colorful energy palette. We teach you to identify the good and the evil, sacrificing our souls. And this unceasing confrontation of the good and the evil can be compared with a game of chess that is won only by those of you who have really become a king, but it will never be possible to achieve for a pawn. We play according to the rules set by the Creator and cannot go beyond the limits of the permitted. And now I will explain to you why. You probably heard that I am the antipode of the Creator, which means his dark side. Yes, do not get surprised. Everybody has their dark side, but the dark side of the Creator differs a lot from what you expect it to be. It is some kind of a black hole that absorbs all human wastes, the souls that have reached the last stage of degradation. They go to a furnace where they burn down to ashes this time. It is not even the hell in the way you understand it, but full and complete utilization. And I am the main stoker and keeper of this black hole of the universe. And my mission is, by means of my assistance, to make selection and classification of souls, checking their durability, and creating all kinds of traps and subterfuge. And here, the foulest tricks are made use of: flattery and fraud, cunning and insidiousness, bribery and blackmail. I manipulate people, shuffle them like a pack of playing cards, and create the situations when they can show themselves both as villains and angels, but it is always their choice, their own decision. I just provoke them for the evil, but they are free to choose the good. This is exactly the way that third dimension people's fates are decided. This is how their training and spiritual making occur. This is how they gain experience on earth. This way they learn to tell the good from the evil. I am your head teacher, and consequently, the assistant of the Creator. That is why I have come to you today, so as to dot the I's and help people sort out the things they have obviously got confused with. They have vitiated my name, sometimes calling me devil or Satan, a real embodiment of the evil, which is totally wrong. I am Lucifer, which is the Latin for who brings light, and it conveys deep message and great wisdom. I bring you light by means of dark, helping you to strengthen your spirit and ennoble your souls. I help you cognize God in yourself by overcoming the evil. This is what my mission is, as well as the sense of my existence, and I would like people to know about it. It is you who I address today, since I see the results of your work. Well, dark on your planet has become as dense as ever, which is always the case just before the dawn. At present, I am busy as ever, since I am to fulfill my mission on Earth up to the end. It is both good and bad for you at the same time. It is bad because the dark forces' representatives, embodied as humans feeling their upcoming collapse, have become exasperated as never before. And it is good because it is easier for you to identify them, for all the masks are already thrown off, and with the best will in the world, they cannot keep up with the appearances. So, what is my role and that of my assistants? First of all, it is to highlight to a full extent all the vices of these horrible creatures and bring them into the public eye so that none of the people able to think have any doubts left now about their real intentions. It shows especially vividly in the USA. It seems to you that the world is literally turning inside out because of the extent to which everything pure and divine is substituted for dirty, dark, and satanic there. And I put my hand to it, I must confess. But tell me, dear, without this absurd theater, would you ever be able to see all the wolves in a sheep's clothing? These demons and devils who have come to believe they enjoy impunity to the extent that they have completely lost the sense of reality this time, performing actions that are contrary not only to common sense, but also to basic human feelings. They have widely demonstrated their essence, throwing off their masks themselves, thereby promoting millions of people's revival and helping them look at the world and their authorities with another eye. Yes, I have undertaken this dirty work, provoking these demons' disgusting actions and stirring their low satanic instincts still more. Yet do believe it is done for your own sake. Nowadays, I am intentionally making the gray cloud grayer so that every intelligent person could see what they did not use to pay attention to, justifying this by the side effects of the modern society. To some degree, I help you revive the others, and each of us has work of their specific character. I bring to light and public display all the loathsome things of the modern society and those who created them, while you dissolve this dark with your divine light. And whatever strange it seems, we have one and the same task to tackle: to revive as many people as possible so that dark leaves the planet once and for all. It is this way, being deprived of the support not only at the subtle level, which has already happened, but at the physical one as well, that they will be defeated and driven away from Earth forever, this time, and I will be most glad at it, since my game will be over, too, and my duty being made, I will be able to come back home to keep on with my evolution in higher worlds. These are the thoughts I would like to share with you today, my dear. With deep respect to all pure and light human souls, I decided to tell you about the things that are taking place behind the scene of global politics, since these events will open eyes of many people to all the hypocrisy, falsity, and misery of the so-called world leaders. The moment of truth has arrived, and everybody who can feel people's energy and read between the lines will see all the emptiness and puppet likeness in the direct meaning of the word of those who are going to decide the destiny of the world in Europe now. As a matter of fact, they hardly resemble people now, and they can be considered people only by those who are not the same themselves. And despite the fact that these marionettes that were disposed open to public inspection by their puppeteers are trying to tell what they are required, all this looks comic and unconvincing. Their gestures, looks, and words remind ungifted actors' performance that they are trying to hide behind the mask of friendliness and courtesy. But this theatrical performance will soon come to an end, my dear, and the reason is as follows. The struggle against the deep state that the light forces have been involved into for many years, both at the subtle and at the physical level, is reaching its completion. At present, the arrests are being made in respect of not executors, but the top of the deep state this time. And this process was procrastinated only because they have already realized that they lost. And many of them are hiding in their secret underground bunkers in hope of escaping justice. Their numerous doubles and clones performing their parts on the surface make the work of the military who hold membership in the Light Forces Alliance harder. Yet, even if the originals are still not found, it will be their doubles who will have to pay for their evil deeds and crimes against humanity, since just demonstration official juridical persa like this can dot all the I's and cross all the T's in this tragic period of human history. The light forces cannot play according to the rules of the dark forces that behave in a mean, cruel, and underhand way. This is what makes the operation of the Light Forces Alliance most difficult, and this accounts for the delay in disclosure, which worries many of you so much. The main difference between the light and the dark forces is exactly the fact that for the former, each human life is valuable and important, and while to reach their vile goals, the dark forces can easily kill millions of people, which they were actually doing for millennia. The light forces have to act slowly and cautiously so as to save people from danger. The events occurring on Earth these days are at the same time maturity test for human souls, whether they are able to feel the absurdity, falsity, and hypocrisy of the performance played for them with the world leaders starring, or they will take everything for granted. I also participate in this grand event, I confess, tempting the people involved in this play, and creating the situations that incite them to these or those deeds. And right now, they have no third option except taking the side of the light forces or the dark ones. There is no middle ground now. The time of compromises has gone never to return. Each human soul now is being tested for durability for the last time. It has to make the final choice this time that its destiny depends on, whether it will go on its travel in the third dimension worlds or will go out in the open of the fifth dimension, having made the never witnessed before spiritual rise in its last incarnation. My presence in your life can be felt by each of you, since all of you have to make your choice in big and small, taking the side of either the light forces or the dark ones. Remember that each thought, emotion, or action of yours features this choice, for there are no trifles in human life. Everything conveys this or that energy. And depending on the energy you imbue each step of yours with, you support either the dark or the light forces on Earth. But I would like you very much not to yield to my temptations anymore. They have almost had their days on this blessed earth, too, that from now on has quite a different destiny. And I wish you to become part of this destiny, entering a new, wonderful era with your planet. Sincerely loving you, Archangel Lucifer spoke to you, channeled by Marta.